It's Danland Pro. Welcome to Danland Pro, youtube.com, Steps Express. Anyway, today we got some new updates for Photoshop October 2024, including the new remove tool, distraction, etc., etc. A couple of other goodies here in Photoshop October 2024. Hey, let's get started. Okay, so here we are in Photoshop, and what we want to do is we want to use the new remove tool, distraction. And what you do is you go right here and you find that remove tool right there, and you'll see up here top, I can use wires and cables, or I can get rid of people. In this case, we want to get rid of people. Now, if you don't see that tool, go down here to these three dots, hit your edit bar, hit your restore defaults, and then you should see that tool. Now, once that tool is in play, then I can do whatever I got to do as far as removing the people out of this photo. So now we click this tool, this remove tool, and you see find distractions. So I can remove the people out of here, or I can pick the people that I want to move out of here. So in this case, we got to make a new layer in order to pick the people out of here. So I'm going to make a new layer and make sure sample all layers, remove after each stroke. I don't use remove after each stroke unless it's necessary. I want to make sure my setting here is on auto. They use generative AI. You can use AI on or off, so you can be on or offline if you so choose. Now, when I hit find distractions, I want the people move. You saw me pick people, so we're going to show you how to do wires and cables too. But now, once I hit that I want all of these removed, so now it's going to find it and remove the people out of my picture that I want removed. So you see it move that one guy. So if I want to add these two to the picture, or if I want to add all of these to the picture, and I'm gonna go over all these people, and then I'm just gonna see how this works out with AI, and we're just gonna go around all these people, and we're gonna pick them to take out of this photo. And then I'm gonna click right here, and it should remove the people. That's all it's looking for is people. So now you see we made that photo all to itself. So that's the way we can use find distractions. And now you can use it also with wiring, where you see me mention using it with wiring. So let's go get us a wire photo. Okay, so we'll do the same thing. We got the remove tool selected, and we're gonna go up here and find distractions. So remember, we had to make a new layer. So you can't do it right on the photo because we want AI to do its magic. So we want to make a new layer, and now I got my remove tool selected. Now instead of find distractions, instead of us looking for people, now we're looking for wires and cables. So you see the wires and cables in this picture. I want to remove them. So I'm going to hit right here, wires and cables, and let it do its magic. Now you see how all the wires are gone. So when you do wires and cables, if there was anything missing out of this photo that I want to put back, I can just go down here. I can select my masking tool, and then I can get me a brush like so. I can get my brush tool, and then I could put back whatever I want to put back. So you see me putting back a little cable in here, but if we wanted to put back any, like a piece of pole or something, or part of the picture was missing, when you remove the cables, that's what you do. You go in there and use your masking brush in order to put whatever piece of that pole would be missing. Now I could also take this pole out by using the remove tool. If I want to take this whole pole out the picture and just have the clouds, we can do the same thing that we did before, except we're not using wire and cables. We'll be using the regular remove tool to do that. So that's pretty much it as far as how to use the wires and cables, or to find distractions that we showed you how to use when using this new remove tool. And you'll find that in wires and cables, or you can just use the remove tool to remove an object or person, and it's much crisper and easier because, like we said, you got the new Firefly Model 3 operating. So now the next thing we're going to show you is how to use the Firefly Model 3 remove background, which is much crispier than it used to be. Okay, so now we got a photo and we're going to show you how to use the remove background and then replace background. So I'm going to remove the background off of this particular picture. You see it's real crisp and clean, so you can use it two different ways if you like. And then I'm going to say generate background. You see how crisp that is? So now I'm going to use generate background, and I'm going to say nightclub, stage, flashing red lights. And then I'm going to hit generate. Now you see how I get a choice between the background that I want for this particular model. And you see how much crisper it is as far as Model 2 and Model 1 in Firefly. So now you see you can work a lot of different ways with this particular model. As you can see, you can change that background so many different ways if you want to try to generate other ideas. And you see it's much crisper than it used to be. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you in this particular model of Photoshop updates is this is the beta model. Now, you won't find this in the regular Photoshop yet, but there's a new workstation in here where you see generative workspace. Now, again, you're only going to find this in the beta model of Photoshop. So if you click right here, you see you get a selection. You're going to get a prompt where I can prompt different things that I want, like down here, flower bell bottoms, pop art. So I just want some just dress shoes and dress hats. And then when I click this, it's going to generate those dress shoes and dress hats as far as what AI picked as far as my dress shoes and dress hats. And then I can look at these over here, and then I can choose which ones I might want to use in my artwork. As you see, it gives me many selections. And then when I go back here, just say I want to do something with this, then I could keep, I could save these, open in detail, reference, download one image, download these to a file, and then I can use them in a faceless video or something like that. And it's the same thing. If I wanted more, just generate more. So it's going to give me a whole nother 4 rows. And then it'll also show you where you can add different variables. So if I say dress shoes and dress hat, let me just put red dress shoes and red dress hats. And then I'm going to generate another row with that. And then it'll give me some selections as far as that particular variable that I added to red dress shoes and red dress hats. Now, the other thing about this generative workspace is that you see down here, we can determine some of the same things that we can do when we use the regular Firefly. Like I say, in this model, you can still do your upload image, your style reference, your composition reference, and then you got your effects, where if you want to go cinematic, you can pick your themes, digital art, it depends techniques, pretty much everything you got in Firefly 1 and 2, and then the additional add variables. So I can add, like I said, red and blue, or I can add, let's make it blue dress shoes and red dress hats, and then let's generate one more set. So you can see how it operates as far as variables. So you see these notes on some of the tips as far as variables. And see now it added the blue in it. So you can do so many different things with this new generative workflow. And then you don't have to keep doing a lot of stuff that you used to do in Firefly as far as going one at a time, trying to find your images. But you can find the normal, usual ways to do your generative fill, use selection tool, and then you tell it what you want. It's just a little bit more crispy before. Okay, so I hope you got a lot out of that. That was fun. You see, they just made a few adjustments, We also have Firefly 3, Model 3, which shows you that it's much clearer, more sharper, and the other things that we showed you as far as the distraction, the people, and the wire tool. Okay, till next time, I'm Danland Pro. Make sure you hit that subscribe and that like button, youtube.com, Steppers Express. Peace.